Hello Aquarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the month of September. Now Aquarius, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Aquarius, also understand that the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. I'll never ask you for money or ask you for a reading via the comment section or email. I am out of stock and will be for the foreseeable future, but I do need to say that. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say I'm very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Same goes to my Patreons. But Aquarius, looking good. Let's see what else we have here. All right. Make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into this for you. All right. Looks good to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Eight of Cups. So this is a powerful card for me. I really like this card. So this is somebody who is looking out into the horizon and saying, you know what, I'm going to let my broken, empty, disappointing cups be a thing of the past, and I'm moving forward. This card represents walking away from disappointments. Okay, this person's about to embark on a journey towards the Nine of Cups. And so for me, this is a card of empowerment. It's almost like you're just ready to be done with the things of the past, okay, or the people of the past here for some of you. There's a new start coming in here, and it's because you've decided to take the reins and move forward with an element of your life. This is very clear to me that right now you're dealing with a new love person or relationship. You're also potentially dealing with success in an enterprise. And whatever way you look at it, this looks very nice. There's only really one challenging card on this reading. So really like to see that. Now right away in the middle, you have this King of Wands. This is what I'm saying. So for me, this is the most important card in this spread. It bleeds into the rest. This is the entrepreneur in the tarot. This is one of my favorite tarot cards. This is somebody who will oftentimes be a self-starter, okay? They'll create an enterprise, they'll do something like that. If you find them in the workplace, they are the most passionate person in the room, and they really are there because they want to be there, not because they have to be there. King of Wands is successful because they always follow their passions and they do the things that they want to be doing, at least in terms of their career. Now, in relationships, this is a passionate person, doesn't matter what gender they are. And, you know, can mean that they're a fleeting partner. You know, maybe they have a tendency to move between one person or the other. But actually, in this case, I feel like it's just somebody who's passionate and potentially even just a fire sign. But I don't feel like there's any cheating or anything like that going on. I don't feel like this is someone who's going between people. I feel like the thing here is you're either starting an enterprise or you are meeting somebody who's passionate and bringing that into your life. Now, this first column is the first part of the month. Middle column is the middle part of the month. Last column is the last part of the month. So we have the sun here in the first part. This is the best card in the tarot, okay? This is total success, victory, happiness, abundance, the power of the sun into a tarot card. That's what you get with this energy. It also augments the cards around it, meaning it grows them, it makes them even stronger. And so this is only a good sign. You are shining bright here at the beginning of the month, and it's either the right career opportunity, the right money opportunity, or the right relationship coming in. Could be a combination of all of them, but that's kind of what I can expect for some of you. The reason why is you have the Six of Pentacles below it, you have the Knight of Cups next to it. The Six of Pentacles is the scales here, the material and the spiritual scales balancing out in your life. Okay, this is the idea that the act of giving is just as important as receiving. The sun is coming in and saying, this is you deserve this. This is your reward here for all of the stuff that you've done, the hard work you've put in, how you've given back. And I'm not just talking about materially, I'm talking about you're giving back your time to something, whether that's a person or a cause or a job or an enterprise. You have given, there's an equal exchange of give and receive here. And this is a reward for that. Now you also below, you have the Two of Wands. You're looking out into the distance and saying, you know what? I have a few paths that I can take here. Which one is the best for me? What is most in alignment with my soul and my higher purpose? And what should I really be doing right now? Now that I've achieved this success here of the Six of Pentacles and the Sun, where can I go from here? How can I start to plant more trees that prosper and provide for me? Now, love this, by the way. In the current situation, you have in the middle of the month, middle of the month, you have the Knight of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Five of Wands. We'll start with the Five of Wands. What I feel like is going on here is there's an internal struggle. For me, this is the only challenging card in this reading. For me, what I feel like is happening here is you've achieved success with these three cards, and it's this Two of Wands next to it, where you're like, it's almost like you're going back and forth between the two roads here. Now, what I would like to say is that there is another path. You could just go right in between both of these wands and just create your own path. Some of you could also be thinking about that. And for this card, it's like a card of sparring. It's a card of conflict, but it's in the lower row. It's internal. It's at the subconscious level for you. And it's almost like you don't want to mess it up. You've achieved success and you want it to keep going. And what I'm here to tell you is that as long as you're being like the King of Wands and you're doing what you love to do and your passion's coming out, it's going to work out, okay? And so working through maybe some sort of internal conflict. Now, for some of you, this Sun situation here is a person arriving, and for some of you, it's that King of Wands. If it's not an enterprise or entrepreneurship and anything like that, it's a person coming in with this Knight of Cups. This is someone you fantasize about, especially in the upper row, someone you sort of have been wanting to have happen. And here they are arriving, offering their cup to you, saying, hey, I'm interested. What can we do? Where should we go? Potentially meeting somebody here with a King of Wands characteristics. So the arrival of either happiness or romance for some of you. And I will tell you, just sticking along with that, you have the Ace of Wands. You actually have my two favorite tarot cards, King and Ace of Wands. If they are coming in, this is a passionate new beginning with this person. Okay, so that's what I'll say about the romance side of this. We'll get some more clarity, but in enterprise, this looks amazing. This is my card of side hustles, the Ace of Wands. This is turning a passion into a profit, and you actually have my combination for self-employment here with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Classic combination for me. You've done the research here diagonally with the Two of Wands, King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Look at all of that lining up perfectly, and now you know where to go. You know how to execute. And you are with the King of Swords below this. I would say this could be a Libra, but really it's any air sign. And so I'm going to say that this is you. Doesn't matter what gender you are showing up. You're ready to execute. Okay, you're executing on a plan, whether that's with someone else or in an enterprise or a business. You are taking on authority and leadership. And to wrap this out, you have the Four of Pentacles throughout this. I do feel like this situation right now, it's like big, like quick energy, like fire energy. It's going quickly, rapidly, but it will eventually stabilize. And this looks like a really solid opportunity for you, whether it's this person or this enterprise or this job. Okay, so this looks amazing. And it's, by the way, it all started off with you taking that leap with the Eight of Cups, walking away from what wasn't working. So if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. It helps get the word out and spreads the message to others. After you hit subscribe, you'll also see a bell. If you click that bell, you'll never miss an update from me. And lastly, Aquarius, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope things are going well for you. I also do have a Patreon. If you want to support me there, there's a link to that in the description below. Absolutely no pressure though. So let's see what Oracle messages want to come forward here to clarify. Okay, you have the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. typically, I read this as like self-love, but what I'm really focused on here is the sacred vision for you in this case. You have eagle eye vision. Okay, you're able to perch up from a higher perspective and see this situation developing. You are like the King of Wands, which has sacred vision towards this new opportunity, this new enterprise, this new situation, and you're acting on it. You have Lady Nada. Okay, heart awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. We talked about that with the Six of Pentacles. You see that scale there. Giving and receiving here, very, very prominent in this reading. And I do feel like this is rewarding you. For some of you, it's this opportunity is a person, okay, and it's going to look good for you. And now you have Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Look, your third eye is your ability to see into the future. It's your spiritual vision. So for you, you have this sacred vision. You have this spiritual vision. You know that this is going to be successful. What you need to do now is execute, and it looks like you are. And so this looks amazing. Let's go ahead and see what other messages want to come forward for you in this reading. We'll pull some more tarot cards and see what we get here to clarify. All right. Yep, you have the Emperor, Two of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Yeah, look, so the Emperor is a really good sign in business. It's big boss energy, as I like to say. As it's over the sun, being clarified by the sun, you're just taking authority of your life here. You're taking ownership, and I feel like you're honing in on the things that you know you're good at, and the skills that you know you bring to the table, and you're building something around that. And it looks like wildly successful for you. Now with that, I feel like internally there's a tendency to maybe be insecure about this, or there's something going on here where you're feeling blindfolded. Now I will say this Two of Swords here, the Two Swords plus the Two of Wands, the crossroads energy, you are in a deadlocked situation. And the thing is, eventually you got to stop just hanging in air here. Okay, eventually you have to work through the Hanged Man's major problem, which is to make a sacrifice. And for some of you, it's leaving the old situation with this Eight of Cups, whether it's, taking the leap into self-employment, which I think many of you are, or it's taking the leap with someone else, or even towards something that you're more passionate about. That's the main challenge here. So yeah, look, you have the Devil. Oops, sorry about that. Aquarius. Let me just make sure this is all in view. All right, that almost never happens. Sorry about that. So you have the Devil, the Six of Cups, and the Hermit. So with that, you have something going on here internally, like I said, with this Two of Swords, the Hermit, the Five of Wands. The Hermit is somebody who takes time to retreat from the world. They go within, they find the answers that are deep inside of them, that are available to all of us. And for you, it's almost like it's like time for you to just go for it, is what I feel like. Some of you, there might be a person here that feels familiar with the Six of Cups, trying to re-enter, and it's almost like there's this temptation to go back to what is familiar for you, go back to how things used to be with somebody. And I just get the sense that I feel like for many of you, it's like what you're really interested in is following your passion here. Now, it doesn't mean you can't follow up with this person, but I feel like what looks better in this reading is the enterprise career situation, which seems to be very successful at this time. So let's see what else we have here with the Five of Cups, High Priestess, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands can both indicate timidness or shyness towards something in your life. Not like maybe just being a little bit too reserved at this time, which is kind of a theme that's being developed here in this reading, where it's like at a certain point, I do feel like for you it's just executing. because you have this King of Swords, High Priestess. Trust your intuition. The High Priestess is the card of intuition. It's the divine feminine. And you have this Odin card here. Follow your intuition, see truth for what it is. You can see the vision. You have that sacred vision. You have that eagle vision. And for you, it's just following the plan, sticking to what you know here. And with this Ace of Wands, Five of Cups, I almost feel like you're not really interested in something quick in relationships or even this enterprise. You really want to build something, okay? And so for you, it's realizing that you need to look on the bright side at this time, realizing that there are 2 cups behind you overflowing. And remember, your challenge here is, instead of deal with these 3 cups that are broken and spilled, you're leaving those behind you, okay? You're moving forward with the 8 of Cups here on this, and you're moving past that. You're looking for the overflowing cups. You're looking for the full cups. And yeah, that's what I feel like is going on here. So this looks like a really nice month for you, like a month of growth, a month of both spiritual and entrepreneurial growth for a lot of you potentially. Or just growth in business and enterprise. So let's see what else we have here. Official person, mature man, bad health, message, child, thoughts. Okay, so maybe it's time to end it with this familiar person, and that's what the Hanged Man and the Hermit and the Five of Wands are talking about, where it's like, I feel like you really want to follow some other passion, and it's this person here is maybe just the holdup for you. Don't get stressed about this Coffin card. It just means, and the bad health, okay? Don't be stressed about that. The Coffin card in particular is the end of something. The bad health card is just potentially, like, it could be the health of a project or the health of a career opportunity, the health of a relationship is probably ending, okay? And I feel like it's because you're looking to be like a child again and view the world with child eyes, follow your passions. I do feel like you're delivering some message to somebody. Your thoughts here are super important as you keep moving forward. Time to execute on this plan. Through that, you're getting some sort of unexpected situation that's working out. Some of you may be involved with, having to deal with HR, like getting a job raise, signing off on documents, paperwork, anything like that. But either way, this looks amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.